Welcome to this reading of the third chapter of The Secret Door to Success by Florence Scovel Shinn. My name is Joanna, and I will be reading for you today. Chapter 3, And 5 of them were wise. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. Matthew 25, 2-3. My subject is the parable of the wise and foolish virgins. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, but took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. The parable teaches that true prayer means preparation. Jesus Christ said, "And all things whatsoever ye ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive." Matthew 21:22. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that you receive them, and ye shall have them. Mark 11:24. In this parable, he shows that only those who have prepared for their good, thereby showing their active faith, will bring the manifestation to pass. We might paraphrase the scriptures and say, "When ye pray, believe ye have it. When ye pray, act as if you have already received." Armchair faith or rocking chair faith will never move mountains. In the armchair, in the silence, or meditation, you are filled with the wonder of truth, and feel that your faith will never waver. You know that the Lord is your shepherd, and you shall never want. You feel that your God of plenty will wipe out all burdens of debt or limitations. When you leave your armchair and step out into the arena of life, it is only what you do in the arena that counts. I will give you an illustration showing how the law works. For faith without action is dead. A man, one of my students, had a great desire to go abroad. He took the statement, "I give thanks for my divinely designed trip, divinely financed under grace in a perfect way." He had very little money, but knowing the law of preparation, he bought a trunk. It was a very gay and happy trunk, with a big red band around its waist. Whenever he looked at it, it gave him a realization of a trip. One day, he seemed to feel his room moving. He felt the motion of a ship. He went to the window to breathe the fresh air, and it smelt like the aroma of the docks. With his inner ear, he heard the shriek of a seagull and the creaking of the gangplank. The trunk had commenced to work. It had put him in the vibration of his trip. Soon after that, a large sum of money came to him, and he took the trip. He said afterwards it was perfect in every detail. In the arena of life, we must keep ourselves tuned up to the concert pitch. Are we acting from motives of fear or faith? Watch your motives with all diligence, for out of them are the issues of life. If your problem is a financial one, and it usually is, you must know how to wind yourself up financially, and keep wound up by always acting your faith. The material attitude towards money is to trust in your salary, your income, and investments, which can shrink overnight. The spiritual attitude towards money is to trust in God for your supply. To keep your possessions, always realize that they are God in manifestation. What Allah has given cannot be diminished. Then, if one door shuts, another door immediately opens. Never voice a lack or limitation, for by your words you are condemned. You combine with what you notice, and if you are always noticing failure and hard times, you will combine with failure and hard times. You must form a habit of living in the 4th dimension, the world of the wondrous. It is the world where you do not judge by appearances. You have trained your inner eye to see through failure into success, to see through sickness into health, to see through limitation into plenty. I will give to you the land which your inner eye sees. I will give you the land which thou seest. The man who achieves success has the fixed idea of success. If it is founded on a rock of truth and rightness, it will stand. If not, it is built upon sand and washed into the sea, returning to its native nothingness. Only divine ideas can endure. Evil destroys itself, for it is a cross-current against universal order, and the way of the transgressor is hard. They that are foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. The lamp symbolizes man's consciousness. The oil is what brings light or understanding. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. The foolish said unto the wise, Give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. The foolish virgins were without wisdom or understanding, which is oil for the consciousness. And when they were confronted with a serious situation, they had no way of handling it. And when they said to the wise, Give us your oil, the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. That means that the foolish virgins could not receive more than was in their consciousness or what they were vibrating to. The man received the trip because it was in his consciousness as a reality. He believed that he had already received. As he prepared for the trip, he was taking oil for his lamps. With realization comes manifestation. The law of preparation works both ways. If you prepare for what you fear or don't want, you begin to attract it. David said, The thing I feared has come upon me. We hear people say, I must put away money in case of illness. They are deliberately preparing to be ill or saving for a rainy day. The rainy day is sure to come at a most inconvenient time. The divine idea for every man is plenty. Your barns should be full and your cup should flow over, but we must learn to ask aright. For example, take this statement, I call on the law of accumulation. My supply comes from God and now pours in and piles up under grace. This statement does not give any picture of stint or saving or sickness. It gives a fourth-dimensional feeling of abundance, leaving the channels to infinite intelligence. Every day you must make a choice. Will you be wise or foolish? Will you prepare for your good? Will you take the giant swing into faith? Or serve doubt and fear and bring no oil for your lamps? And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterwards came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. You may feel that the foolish virgins paid very dearly for neglecting to bring oil for their lamps, but they were dealing with the law of karma, or the law of comeback. It has been called the Judgment Day, which people usually associated with the end of the world. Your judgment day comes, they say, in sevens. 7 hours, 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months, or 7 years. It might even come in 7 minutes. Then you pay the karmic debt, the price for having violated spiritual law. You failed to trust God. You took no oil for your lamps. Every day examine your consciousness and see just what you are preparing for. You are fearful of lack and hang on to every cent, thereby attracting more lack. Use what you have with wisdom and it opens the way for more to come to you. In my book, Your Word is Your Wand, I tell about the magic purse. In the Arabian Nights, they tell a story of a man who had a magic purse. As money went out, immediately money appeared in it again. So I made the statement, My supply comes from God. I have the magic purse of the Spirit. It can never be depleted. As money goes out, immediately money comes in. It is always crammed, jammed with abundance, under grace in perfect ways. This brings a vivid picture to mind. You are drawing on the bank of the imagination. A woman who did not have much money was afraid to pay any bills and see her bank account dwindle. It came to her with great conviction, I have the magic purse of the Spirit. It can never be depleted. As money goes out, immediately money comes in. She fearlessly paid her bills and several large checks came to her that she did not expect. Watch and pray lest ye enter into the temptation of preparing for something destructive instead of something constructive. I knew a woman who told me she always kept a long crepe veil handy in case of funerals. I said to her, "You are a menace to your relatives and are preparing to hurry them all off so that you can wear the veil." She destroyed it. Another woman who had no money decided to send her 2 daughters to college. Her husband scorned the idea and said, "Who will pay their tuition? I have no money for it." She replied, "I know some unforeseen good will come to us." She kept on preparing her daughters for college. Her husband laughed heartily and told all their friends that his wife was sending the girls to college on some unforeseen good. A rich relative suddenly sent a large sum of money. Some unforeseen good did arrive, for she had shown active faith. I asked what she had said to her husband when the check arrived. She replied, "Oh, I never antagonize George by telling him I am in the right." So prepare for your unforeseen good. Let every thought and every act express your unwavering faith. Every event in your life is a crystallized idea, something you have invited through either fear or faith, something you have prepared for. So let us be wise and bring oil for our lamps, and when we least expect it, we shall reap the fruits of our faith. My lamps are now filled with the oil of faith and fulfillment. End of chapter 3. Thank you for listening to this reading of the 3rd chapter of The Secret Door to Success by Florence Scovel Shinn. Comment down below and let me know what is your biggest takeaway from this reading today. If you liked this video, found it helpful or valuable in any way, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon to get notified every time I upload a new video. Because this year, I am committed to helping you gain mastery over your mind and emotions. See you in the next video. Bye!